Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a 20-part video series showing you how to create KEJK House. Let's get started. So to start, let's open a new architecture template. So I'm gonna click on New, drop down, Architecture Template, and then press OK. And then once we have this, we need to click on Save and save it to the location that we want to. So I'm gonna save it to this spot where I wanted it. So J4M House. That's what I'm gonna call this. You can click on Option before you click on Save, and then here you can set up how many backups that you want. I'm gonna click on 5. I think that's good enough for intermediate. If you're a beginner, you can do 10 to 20. This is so that you can go back to anything. For example, if you have a problem with a project and you want to go back, you can instantly go back to that point. So now I'm gonna press OK, click on Save, and then if we check our units, so you can type in UN. You can see that I'm using millimeters. We're in the metric template. If you want inches, you need to go and open up a imperial template. So once we're done with this, we're going to start off by adding grid lines. So it's under architecture, and as you can see on the right side, this is the icon that you need to click. You can also type in GR, that's for keyboard shortcut. So GR. So once you do, you'll be able to add in a line, a radius arc, and so much more. So here I'm just going to use line. I'm gonna click from below to above, and that's around the middle of this elevation tags that we have here. So right now I started with number 1 and it's vertical. So I'm gonna press escape and then escape again. So what will happen is we can select that grid line again, and then we're going to be on the modify tab now. You can click on the copy command, or you can type in CO, that's the keyboard shortcut. So CO, and then once you do, the most important thing is to click multiple so that you don't need to keep on clicking copy again. So here I'm just gonna check multiple. I'm going to grab the grid line, and then I'm gonna place it on the right side of my screen. So meaning that if I put it on my right side, it will keep on adding on the right side only. So of course, if you put it on the left side, it will add on the left side. So now I'm gonna type in 3185. So it started creating grid line number 2, and then again 3650. So we added that grid line again. So I'm gonna press escape and then escape again. So now we're going to add the horizontal grid line. So I'm gonna type in GR, and I'm going to click on the right side to the left side. But if you notice, if I'm gonna press escape and then escape again, zoom in, it will start number 4, which I don't want, because I want my horizontal grid line to be letters. So I'm gonna change that to a capital A. So now it's capital A. Once we create grid lines, it will start the sequence of letters. So that's a smart thing about Revit, that it recognizes what you did, and it will basically do the sequence. So now I'm gonna press escape. Again, I'm going to select that and then type in CO. Multiples is already checked because from the default we check multiple and it will recognize it again, and basically every time you copy now, just double check, but I'm sure that it will stick with multiple checked. So now I'm gonna grab it and then I'm gonna pull it downwards from my screen. I'm gonna type in 5624. Next will be 2790. Next will be, you want to make sure that it's 90. 2490. And lastly, we have 2950. So now that we have all our grid line, we can zoom out and press escape multiple times. What I notice is that this area, or this grid line, the horizontal, is too much. We put too much. So what we'll do is we're going to center this first. So I'm going to select everything and then just grab it. So basically, every time you have your model, it always needs to be at the center of the elevation tags in order for you to choose the elevation and in order for that to be shown on that elevation. So for example, if you have your model right here, you just need to move this elevation tag. It's easy. You'll be able to move it like so. So I'm gonna undo that. And then here, now that it's in the center, I'm gonna click on one of the grid lines right here. And if you notice, there is a temporary dimension or the temporary dash line that is showing. This is the dimension, this is the dash line. So that dash line indicates that if we put one up, all of them will be pulled up because there are aligned on each other. So now I'm cleaning it up. I'm selecting that as well. I'm gonna pull it right here as well. So for example, if you want to show the grid bubble on this side as well, all you need to do is check the square bubbles right here to show bubble. The only thing that you need to do is you need to select them individually, and then once you have it, you will have it all the way. So that's the hard part, is you need to do that on all the grid lines. So now that you're done with that, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna click on the dimension. You can type in DI, and then from DI, what we need to do is we need to add dimensions first on every grid line and then the overall. Again, dimensions on all grid line and then overall. So now that we're good with that, we can now press escape and then escape again. Here's a zoom in so that you'll be able to follow all the grid lines that we have. So now that we're good with this, we can now go to our elevation. I always click on south elevation, which is facing on this way. So now I'm gonna click on south, double click on that. you want to make sure that all the levels is under or above your grid line, or else it's not gonna be shown. So for example, I'm going to pull it down. So right now, if we click on level 2, everything is showing. If for example, you notice when you check your level 2, how come there's no vertical grid lines right here? That's because it's under the levels right here. So all you need to do is just pull it up and this will be shown again. So those are the things that you need to do in order to fix anything that you cannot see. So here I have level 1 to level 2. I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to put 3000 only from level 1 to level 2. Then again, I want to add the roof line. So here you can go to architecture. Beside the grid line, we have levels, and you can type in LL to add level. So I'm gonna type in LL, and then we could add levels right here. So another 3000, and then there we go. If you notice, once we add level 3, our floor plan already upgraded to add level 3 again as well. So that's good when you're adding just 1 or 2 levels. But if you're adding multiple levels, for example only, I'm gonna undo that. The fastest way is selecting level 2 and then clicking on copy. And then multiple is check. And then you could grab level 2 and then pull it up and then keep on adding 3000, the height of the levels. The only issue with this is the level 3 and level 4 is not showing on this level. So now the solution for that, so I'm gonna undo just level 4 because level 3 we're gonna use. But the solution for that is you need to go to view, and then here under plan view, you just need to go to floor plan. It's already highlighted. If you have multiple levels, you will be able to hold on shift and then select at the last part, and then it will highlight everything. So the only thing you need to do is highlight everything and then press OK. Once we press OK, level 3 will be appearing here. So that's the only thing that is what you do, or you need to do in order to show those levels. And those just an extra step, but it will be faster for you actually. Instead of you, like for example, if you have 30 levels, that will be very hard to add individually. So at least you know the fast way and the faster way. So now I'm just going to pull this one down a little bit. If you want, you will need to double check every elevation in order for you to see if everything is crossing the level 3 so that it's appearing. This one is appearing, but I just want to pull it back so that we have room, because sometimes you need to add dimensions to this elevation. You can do so. So now here, north is good, south, and then west is good as well. So everything is good. Let's go back to level 1. And then let's go back to architecture and click on the wall. And then here we have basic wall generic 200 millimeters. So I know in newer Revit versions, what you have is preloaded. So what I mean preloaded is you have this exterior brick on CMU. You don't have any more of the generic wall. So now what you can do is you can select one of them. You can create your own by duplicating, and then here you could just type in exterior wall number 1, press OK, click on edit, and then now what you have is your exterior side and interior side. You can delete all of this and then all of this right here, but the one that you cannot delete is the layer above wrap and layer below wrap, and then in the middle as well, the structure. So those are the ones that you cannot delete, but as you can see, you can delete everything else. You can change the thickness right here. We can put 150, and then here let's change it up to something white, which I always choose gypsum wallboard. So I'm gonna choose that one, press OK, and then OK again. What you need to change here is base constraint is level 1, which is our base, and we want it to be above, or the top constraint to be up to level 2 only, not all the way to the top. So here, once you change this, click apply, it will change here as well. So you can change it right here or right here. Wall center line is the default. We're gonna maintain that. And then here you have chain already checked, so we're good by adding, going to A1, going to A3, going down to A or E3, going back here to E2, and then right here, if we zoom in, we can select here to our D2 and then D1, and then we're going to fix that later on. So I'm going to change that so it's easy to just give you the direction like this for now, and then go and finish A1, and then after that we can basically change it up later on. So here it's easy to let you know that I want to move this one right here. I'm going to grab this temporary dimension and add it to the D grid line, and then here I'm going to put in 177T. So now it falls back right here. So it's easier to edit those instead of you guys or me letting you guys know that this is here and there. So the dimension is easier to do that. So now that we have our exterior wall, let's create an interior wall. But first, the one that we have here is also an exterior wall. So here I'm gonna grab this. You can type in CS. CS is basically create similar. It's under modify. So once you click that, you'll be able to select whatever object right here, and it will be easily, you can add it again. So here I'm gonna add an exterior line for A2 up to B2 and going back to B1. So now we have exterior side and exterior wall right here. We're probably gonna change this wall later on, because we're gonna pull that back, and then this will be a border wall. But at the meantime, we're going to just stick with this. It's easier to change it later than to change it now. Once we understand the layout that we're trying to do here. So now, what I'm gonna do is, we could go and add more exterior wall, and then interior wall. So here I'm going to edit, duplicate. This will be interior wall number 1. Press OK. Click on edit. It will be 150 as well. And let's leave it at gypsum wallboard for now. And then here, once we have interior wall, I want to add C3, going to C2, and then going back to connecting to this wall. So now I know it's 150 as well, so we maintain that thickness of the wall. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And then in terms of an interior wall in this space, most of them are open area, so we're gonna leave it like that for now. So we're gonna stop here and continue on the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.